Significant progress in the pandemic is made,
showing that the vaccine protects even against the variants that are circulating,
as fully vaccinated people can go mask-free. A documentary sheds light on Arthur Lee McDuffie,
so that we have police reform, community conversations.
40 years after his death in Miami. Plus, a 400-pound turtle gets killed by a car
as she was trying to nest and find a suitable location, ended up going in the very wrong direction.
But its 70 eggs were saved. It's all coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Zitlali Solache, and today is Monday, May 17th, 2021.
From the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
Millions of vaccinated Americans spending their first weekend in the new normal. The announcement came out Thursday, and over the weekend, vaccinated Americans got their first real opportunity to test out the new guidelines. The network's Reina Figueroa is in the control center with reaction from medical experts.
Zitlali, today millions of Americans have a reason to smile after health officials say that significant progress has been made against COVID-19 pandemic. The Center for Disease Control set new guidelines for facial coverings. Millions of Americans are enjoying a big step toward return to normalcy.
I don't mind the masks, but I definitely feel like it's liberating to not wear them.
It's great to see people's faces again.
The Center for Disease Control and Prevention says people who are fully vaccinated can go mask-free indoors and outdoors, with some exceptions like airports and healthcare settings.
In terms of the honor system, people have to be honest with themselves. You're protected if you're vaccinated. You're not if you're not vaccinated.
Health officials say the vaccine effectiveness is greater than it was in clinical trials.
well over 90% protecting you against disease, number one. Number two, a number of papers have come out in the past couple of weeks showing that the vaccine protects even against the variants that are circulating.
And they are also hoping these new guidelines will entice more people to roll up their sleeves for a shot.
You not only protect your own health, that of the family, but also you contribute to the community health by preventing the spread of the virus throughout the community. In other words, you become a dead end to the virus. And when there are a lot of dead ends around, the virus is not going to go anywhere.
The CDC says about 37% of the U.S. population is fully vaccinated and close to half of the population has received at least one shot. Those numbers are expected to rise now that the Food and Drug Administration has authorized the Pfizer vaccine for 12 to 15 years old. In the Control Center, Reina Figueroa, South Florida Media Network.
This morning, rocket sirens start sounding in Jerusalem, as a CNN crew was reporting. Parents and children can be seen huddling on the ground in a crowded park. The sirens interrupted Jerusalem Day, a celebration in the country.
There are sirens going off all around Jerusalem right now. This usually means that there is the potential of rockets coming in.
Here in the U.S., there were dozens of demonstrations nationwide, including one in Pittsburgh. Here in South Florida, there was a pro-Palestinian rally in downtown Miami yesterday and a pro-Israeli rally in northeast Miami-Dade. 2 people are dead and more than 100 others are hospitalized today after bleachers collapsed at an Orthodox synagogue. The crowded bleachers collapsed yesterday in a West Bank settlement northwest of Jerusalem, leaving a 12-year-old child and a 40-year-old man dead. Israeli officials are calling this a mass casualty event as dozens of worshippers were seen falling to the ground. New accusations leveled this morning against Microsoft founder Bill Gates. Gates is facing misconduct allegations for a romantic relationship he is accused of having with a Microsoft engineer in 2000, according to the Wall Street Journal. Gates resigned in March 2020 from Microsoft's board of directors, which the Journal found followed an investigation into the affair by an outside law firm. These allegations come weeks after Bill and his wife Melinda announced they were getting a divorce after 27 years of marriage. Over the weekend, the South Florida community got the opportunity to watch some free screenings of a documentary of the 1980 McDuffie riots. As the network's Alejandra Garcia reports,
this past weekend, the FIU Foundation sponsored a screening and held a community conversation of the documentary When Liberty Burns, a film highlighting the life and death of Arthur Lee McDuffie.
so that we have police reform, community conversations that produce more equitable outcomes.
After failing to stop for a traffic light, police officers followed McDuffie and beat him until he lost consciousness, causing the riots to take place 40 years ago, the anniversary that inspired the director to recount the story.
On TV, I started researching, the police and the history of policing and the black population in Miami. Then I came across the story of Arthur.
Just 1 year after George Floyd's killing while in police custody, the documentary When Liberty Burns highlights the death of Arthur Lee McDuffie 40 years ago in Miami, another death at the hands of police officers.
We could be in this third reconstruction phase where there's still a lot of work to be done, and that with unfortunately these horrible deaths, there is this empowering move for people to come together.
Reporting for the South Florida Media Network, I'm Alejandra Garcia.
A new and crowned winner for the 2021 Miss Universe. That's still ahead, and so is the story.
Obviously, she saw what she thought was the moon, and went towards the light.
A 400-pound nesting loggerhead turtle and a car collide on a Florida road, setting off the race to save her 70 unhatched eggs. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother and...
I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
A giant sea turtle trying to find a place to lay its eggs and was unfortunately struck by a car. But researchers have a silver lining to this dark cloud.
Obviously, she saw what she thought was the moon, and went towards the light.
And as she was wandering and trying to find a place where she could nest, she ended up crawling up a sandy pathway towards a yard. As she was trying to nest and find a suitable location, ended up going in the very wrong direction.
Researchers say the turtle had a previous flipper injury which made nesting difficult. The team from UCF was able to collect 70 intact eggs and, with state permission, dug a turtle nest on the beach. The eggs have not hatched yet, but researchers have stated the baby turtles will be coming soon. Also this morning, a new Miss Universe takes the crown. Miss Mexico Andrea Mesa won the competition last night at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood. Mesa holds a degree in software engineering. She is also a model, makeup artist, and an activist for gender-based violence. Mesa's duties now are to represent the brand and various philanthropic organizations. Congratulations, Mexico. That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Zitlali Solache. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.